Conversion is a very important lesson nga atong makuha sa ato ang reflection karon. Just like the life of Saint Paul, no, how he was being converted because he was chosen by the Lord. And sa ato ang kinabuhi, pwede pod nato siya ma-connect. Conversion of our hearts sa ato ang mga kasing-kasing. Conversion sa atong mga bati nga batasan. Conversion padulong diha sa pagtubag sa tawag sa misyon nga isangon kanato sa atong Amahan sa langit. Sa atong mga kahadlok sa pagtubag sa atong mga bukasyon, it is inevitable that we are afraid, anxious when we talk about the vocation, especially when we are challenged with the vocation of priesthood. We are afraid of that. Hadlok kita. With those fear for us to convert on what God has prepared for us, always remember this. This is what Jesus reminds us. And I quote, "Do not be afraid. It is I, the Lord." Do not be afraid. It is I, the Lord. It's just like the gospel last Sunday. Mao ka na ang ebanghelyo. Kay nasayod kita nga wala kita'y angay kahadlukan because the Lord knows everything about us. Even the very hairs of our head, nasayod siya ni Ana. It is I, the Lord. Do not be afraid. So my dear young people, if you feel unworthy of the mission that Christ has given you in serving Him, His church and people, because it is a common tendency for us, labi na gayud sa ato ang nagaalaga diha sa youth ministry sa simbahan, nga moingon kita nga dili ko worthy mag-serve dira kay banlungon ko nga pagkaanak, nga pagkabatanon. Dili ko worthy kay unsa lang man ko. I am not from a religious family. Wala pa kay ko ka balo kung unsa ang mga doktrina sa simbahan. So I would just leave that mission to those people who are already there. Kinsa lang ba ako? But my dear young people, when you are chosen by God, you are chosen by God. In my own personal story, when I was elected as the CYM president of GLAN way back in 2017, if I'm not yet mistaken, it was the first time that young person from the far-flung community mo ay mag-CYM president sa parokya. And the very challenge that I received during that time when I was elected is the very words that I heard. Nganong siya man ang nag-president nga taga-bukid lang man na siya. Blaan pagyud siya. But you know, I was not hurt by those words because I take it as a challenge. And I am going to prove to them that the youth choosing me is not a mistake, but it is a fulfillment of God's given mission to me. So I just continue my journey because I know the Lord has chosen me with confidence on Him, not on my own confidence, but on the confidence of God. And by God's love and mercy, we have done great things in the ministry. So if you feel unworthy of the mission that Christ has given you, always remember the story of Saints Peter and Paul. Always remember that. Nga dili rason kung kinsa ka dati. Because serving the Lord is a formation story because we get to encounter Jesus Christ in that journey. And by encountering Jesus Christ in that journey, I know deep inside your hearts and in my heart, we get to know ourselves and we get to see what kind of conversion we need to make and to take. And I know eventually we will be converted day by day, moment by moment, to become a better version of ourselves. To end this, let me remind you these words. The Lord doesn't only choose the worthy, but He qualifies the unworthy to be worthy, and becoming His living witness in responding to the call of the risen Christ. Be brave, listen, convert. I hope you will also see the beauty of following and receiving